it's Men's Health Week, and I'm still here with Sam. And as I introduce Sam, he is someone who has gone through this whole journey about fertility and male factor infertility that's affected his life. And he is very passionate now to make sure that he breaks the stigma, talks to you about how it's easy to test and how it's important that you actually be aware that 40 to 50% of fertility issues are related to men. Welcome back, Sam.
Oh, it's great to be here, and yeah, it's something that I have been really keen to speak about. I've spoken about it several times on SEN when I've been sharing the news about whether it be Charlie the first time around or Alfie the second time around, and just trying to be really open about my own battle with, as I say, shooting blanks, and what we're able to do to go from zero sperm to some, and to now to have two children, alongside my partner Evie, who's had her battles with infertility as well, and then how we tackle that together. But as you say, 40% of infertility resides with men, and you know, men have just, I think, wanted to just turn a blind eye to the fact that any problem could lie with them, and I think that infertility would be a major contributing factor in rates of depression, anxiety, and even suicide amongst men. So in Men's Health Week, I think it's really important to talk about different aspects of men's health that could be contributing to the fact that 75% of suicides in this country are men. So I just want to remove the stigma around it. You know, I said before that when I found out that I had zero sperm, that I felt like I wasn't a man, and I was less than, and that's not true. That's not right. You know, the kind of man you are, it matters what's in your heart, not what's in your testicles. Maybe we get a t-shirt made up of that.
That'd be good. But I think, you know, as a fertility specialist, it's been such a pleasure and delight to actually work with you, and your attitude towards this whole issue and owning it and just working with me to try and, you know, get you there. And now, you know, you're a proud dad of two, and it's beautiful to see. I follow you on Instagram, see those beautiful pictures. Can you tell people watching this how difficult was the test, and how hard is it to come forward to do this?
The test is easy, as I said before.
For
men, you've been doing it your whole life, so it's just a different location. But really easy. I mean, when you take away the natural sort of prudishness or the giggly moments of it, it's very straightforward. It's very easy. It's very comfortable. It's depending on you, it's over pretty quickly or not. But there's nothing you do in this world that's easier than that. And then even if you are able to get through the IVF process, the same. I mean, all the hard work is done as it is in the pregnancy with your partner. But I was amazed when I started speaking about it on air, how many times, and in my personal life, how many times people would reach out privately, and how many other men would reach out. And some men I've known my whole life that said to me, "Oh, me too." And I never knew, and they wouldn't say it in the group, but they would say it. So I'm just trying to make it part of everyday conversation, because it doesn't mean you're less than. It shouldn't be something you're embarrassed about, because it's not really something you've got any control over. Mine was from a contusion back when I was playing footy in under 16. So as you know, there's so many other factors. It's something that's actually outside of your control in most cases. So trying to take away the shame and the embarrassment that you might feel, or that you think that society's going to put on you, and just normalise it. I had a listener who, when I first got to SEN, had trolled me on just about every platform, the text line, told Hutchie to sack me, didn't like me at all. And when I talked about my infertility and our IVF journey, that person texted and said, "We had our issues too. Good luck. I'm wishing you all the best." Now, 24 hours later, they were back to telling me how bad I was as a broadcaster and a commentator. But in that moment, we found a common ground. And I think you'd be surprised, and men would be surprised at just how many men are going through the same thing as you. So why not be talking about it?
That's a very good point. And, you know, thank you for being so open about your story and talking on to those who are watching. I think that I've always said it's never about who's at fault, who's at blame. It takes two to tango. So it can be both. But the sooner you find out what the problem is, the sooner you can find a solution. And this is a pathway to discovering what's not working for you.
And for those men who have decided that they don't want to get tested and think that the problem might lie elsewhere, you're going to waste so much time that think of it like this: the 2 years you take in continuing to try and conceive naturally without getting tested is 2 years that you don't have with the kids that you'll hopefully eventually have. So get tested straight away, find out if there are any issues, because then you can confront them head on. And even if you get the diagnosis ID that you've got 0, it's not the end of the road. There's, Chandrika will tell you there's things you can do to stimulate sperm growth, and there are so many options, and the science is so incredible that there is a way forward, and there is a way to realising your family. But don't close your mind to it. Don't turn a blind eye to it. Lean into it, and you'll be so glad you did.
Thank you so much, Dan.
Pleasure.
It's great, and I hope if you're watching this and you've got any questions, please do send us a message, and hopefully we can create more videos for you.
Beautiful.